Hello everyone, and thank you for attending our family meal planning session. My name is Amber Taylor. I'm a wife, a mother of 3, a student, and a full-time employee. But one of the most daunting tasks at the end of every day was trying to figure out what we were going to have for dinner each night. First of all, I'd have to scour the kitchen to figure out what we might have to eat. Then I had to figure out if everybody else was okay with those choices. And on top of that, I had to come up with the energy to cook and clean up everything every single night. Too often, our daily dinner dread resulted in unexpected stops for fast food at not only the expense of our nutrition, but also at the expense of our budgets. I had to find a way to do better, so I started family meal planning. And today I'd like to share 5 tips with you to help you incorporate family meal planning into your daily routines so you can sit down with your family 6 nights a week for dinner too. Meal planning is an activity. It brings ease to your family and to your daily routines. It has so many benefits. You'll save money, you'll eat healthier, and you can incorporate family meal time into more quality time with your family. Meal planning reduces stress on the parents and allows you to spend those last few hours in the evening with your family doing something that you enjoy. Meal planning can seem daunting when you first start, but give it a few weeks to settle in because it does get easier once you get your system in place that works for you. You'll start saving money and eating healthier, and you'll have more free time with your family. You'll start to find that you really benefit from the planning time that you've devoted. If you're going to be successful, you must make a commitment, 1 day a week, about 30 minutes, to really sit down and think about what you're going to do. It'll become habit if you stick with it. Meal planning takes about 30 minutes, like I said, but it can save you hours by the end of the week. Get your spouse and your children involved from the very beginning. Find out things that they might want to incorporate for the meals of the week. Have them help you bring groceries in, or even just have them help you cook the meal at night. Again, more quality time with your family. And remember, not every meal has to be gourmet. One of the reasons that many households fall off the meal planning bandwagon is that they simply don't start off with a proper plan. In the very beginning, you need to determine a few aspects that will bring success to your weekly routine. Take a few moments to sit down with your calendar and really review it. Really look at the calendar and think about a few questions. Are there nights that require a quick meal? Are there nights that require you to make a meal that can be kept warm and served at different times? Are there certain nights of the week that your family can always sit down to dinner together? And are there nights of the week that you can really cook that meal that you want to cook? Some nights I come home late for work, so on those nights I like to have like a crock pot meal or something really easy on hand so we can just walk in the door and dive into dinner. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have basketball and Boy Scouts and football. So those nights require us to have a meal that I can get done pretty quickly. And then there's Sundays. Those are the days that I get to do that Amber Taylor kind of cooking that I love to do. I can have larger meals, fancier, more gourmet. I can cook the pie or the cake to go along for dessert. Something else that you might want to consider is having a weekly scheduled meal, like a Taco Tuesday or a Sandwich Saturday. Small children especially like incorporating the routines that come along with that, but it can also make your meal planning time just a little bit easier. Creating a scheduled planning and shopping day is essential to your meal planning processes. My meal planning and shopping day is Sunday afternoon. Don't get overwhelmed by trying to do just too much on your planning schedule. I'd say start out with no more than a week at a time. Take a Sunday to Saturday, pick a meal for each day, and then begin to make a list. If you feel like you're a meal planning expert after a few weeks, You might want to go 2 weeks at a time. Some people even do a month. But I can't even wrap my brain, my budget, or my time around more than a week at a time. But I'm still saving so much in the end. I love meal planning personally because I can budget and I can keep enough items in stock to have a quick meal if there happens to be a detour. Yes, did you have a question?
How do you handle meal emergencies like working late or heavy traffic?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. I'm glad you asked. Emergencies are going to happen to all of us. We run late. We might overlook something on our schedule. Our goodness, there might be the dreaded traffic jam at the end of the day. One of the number one things about meal planning that I always keep in mind is you have to be flexible. I try to keep a few things around the house that can be my favorite meals, things that my family always enjoy. I keep those items in stock. And I also keep in stock a couple of quick meals, things that I can just throw together, sometimes in 20 minutes, in the event of the emergency that might come up. We do spaghetti and meatballs. I try to keep a frozen meatball package in the freezer. I can throw that together in about 20 minutes. We also have a family favorite called Haystacks. That's always an easy one to grab and go. Look that one up on my Pinterest if you're interested. On a side note, again, like I said, you can always have your family meal nights, like your Taco Tuesdays and your Sandwich Saturdays. Those meals are also wonderful if you come across a time of an emergency where you just can't happen to get that meal together. So switch the day. Tell the kiddos, hey, it's Taco Tuesday, but it's really Monday. It's okay, because we're going to be flexible. Step 4 is creating your shopping list. Very important, because meal planning doesn't work if you forgot half of the items, or if you say you're going to make a meal on Monday, but you didn't get to the store on Sunday. So you've really got to try to pinpoint that time of the week that you can get it done and get there. When I do my shopping list for the week, everything is listed by category. You might not be there yet, but I've been meal planning for so long, and I've been to the same grocery store for years now, so I know the layout. As I make each meal, I write it into the category section, and from there, when I walk into my local grocery, I can walk through and grab each item. Now, do you forget an item here or there? Absolutely. Just try to be as prepared as possible and go over your list a couple of times before leaving out for the day. I also really enjoy making lists because it helps you avoid that urge to just buy things that kind of look good, or maybe they're on sale and you might not even ever use them. Stick to your list as much as possible. That's how you maintain your budget. Hi, did you have a question?
Yes. Do you use an app or a spreadsheet to help organize your list?
Great question. There's so many apps out there. There's tons of websites, there's templates, there's everything that you can imagine to help you figure out the best way to do your weekly planning. Me personally, I've done a couple of apps, but I prefer the good old-fashioned pencil and paper because I can write things down in my category as I go, and then I can cross them off in the store. Or if I realize I actually have some still in the kitchen, I can just cross it off there. But you really have to figure out what works best for you. There's so many options out there. Here's a couple of options, things that you can grab online quick and easy. You've got your grocery list that's already sectioned off into category to kind of help you figure out where you need to start. And we've also got a cute little meal plan calendar that you can use. In our house, we've taken it a step further, and we have what I like to call the Taylor Family Activity Board. On our dry erase board that stays in our kitchen at all times, there's a section that the family can write items onto the grocery list that they want. They can request meals. They also can see what we're going to have for dinner every day, and we list the activities of the day. Doing this every Sunday helps me realize what activities we have, so how intensive my dinner has to be. When I wake up in the morning, I can also glance over at the day's menu and think, do I need to lay out a meat for tonight? Or hey, is it a crock pot day? Do I need to throw everything in the crock pot this morning before I leave the house? Figure it out for yourself, whether it's an app, a template, or just something written on your refrigerator every week. Just make it work. Customize it to you and your family's needs. Just don't lose the meal planning momentum. Step number 5, stick with it. So many times when we embark on something to improve our lives, like dieting or how about joining that gym, we do so well in the very beginning. We have so much enthusiasm, but after a few weeks, we start to go cold. Meal planning can definitely be one of those activities. It all sounds good in the very beginning, but you simply forget to do it one week or run out of time, but keep going. If you skip a week, no worries. Start back over the following week. You have to make quick alterations based on an unexpected event. Don't worry. Be flexible. Flip a day if you need to. Or if you have to buy fast food one day, it's not the end of the world. You're not a meal planning failure, so keep moving. Remember, we have to be flexible. And encourage the family's help. You don't have to do this on your own. Just because you're the mom, you didn't sign up to cook every meal or to do all the groceries. Ask for help. Incorporate their help. It will encourage you to keep going, and it teaches them responsibilities in the kitchen as well. In conclusion, it's not just dinner. It's your family. It's your time that you spend. Research has proven that when you share your daily meals, children and teens are less likely to have addicted habits. Family interactions are proven to improve grades and communication skills among children, and it's the perfect time to introduce proper etiquette at the family table. Think about all of these benefits for your children, the time and the money for the parent. Think about avoiding those nightly frustrations. When you look at all the benefits, family meal planning becomes a terrific tool for increasing the quality of life within any family. So I say, let's get planning. Here's just a couple of apps for you that I've put up, things that we've talked about. You can always go follow me on Pinterest at ataylor0215. I'm always pinning dinner ideas and meal planning ideas. You can start a Cozy account, which allows your family to access your account with a family password. They can see the calendar, and they also have that app we were talking about where you can do your grocery list. You can check out mealplanningmommies.com. They're always posting tons of great recipes and family and budget-friendly recipes as well. And then there's Supercook. By going to Supercook, you can put in the ingredients that you actually have right now in your kitchen, and it'll give you menu ideas. Thank you everyone for coming today, and I hope that you'll get planning soon.